What's up, It Girls? It's your girl, Britney Shields, and welcome to the It Girl podcast. My It Girl co-host of the week is the first ever winner of the Real It Girls of West Hollywood, Gigi DeBussy.
Hi, hello, America.
Ooh, hello. Ooh, my first question, of course, is how is DeBussy?
DeBussy is banging.
DeBussy is banging. I knew it. I had a feeling. And banging, you sure did on that first show. Let's get straight into it because I have so much I want to talk to you about. You brought the heat for this first show. Now, of course, the assignment was to bring your personality, show a number that is uniquely you, shows your point of view, your perspective. You wrote and recorded and memorized an It Girl rap in 2 days.
Yes.
Is this correct?
Pretty much. I was toying with it like a week ahead of time and like trying to like figure out like, okay, like I know the brief is show us why you're the it girl of WeHo. There's 8 girls coming to show why they're the it girl of WeHo. You gotta win.
Mm-hmm.
And I had like so many things swirling. I like to start with a beat when I rap. So I was like, all right, like what is It Girl vibes? Everyone's gonna choose It Girl by Aaliyah's Interlude. But then I was like,
which
okay,
you did.
which I did end up doing, which worked out great because I was like, once I started playing more with it, I found that I was really liking the cadences I was coming up with.
Yeah.
I was finding that the structure of the song just worked with what I was trying to do. Like a lot of songs will be very rigid in their like, here's the intro, here's the verse, here's the chorus. And as I was trying to pick apart what on Aaliyah's Interlude song, where that was, I was like, wait a minute. And I asked Google, hey, when they wrote Aaliyah, like when Aaliyah's Interlude wrote It Girl, did they not give an F about song structure and just freestyle and do whatever they wanted? And it literally said, yes, they, quote, did not give an F about song structure and did whatever they wanted. The entire song is about having a free spirit and proving why you're the it girl.
Yeah.
And like just, you know, throwing caution to the wind.
Absolutely.
So I was like, okay, great. So I wrote that. And then I was also playing with 212 by Azealia Banks, but it came out too sketchy.
Okay.
Too much like a, it was like damn Debussy, you really got that heat. Daddy, what you finna do with all that meat was what I was playing with, but it just wasn't hitting. So I was like, let's save that. But I was playing with Red Bars by Cardi B, and that was like going really hard. I wrote it accidentally in iambic pentameter.
Okay.
So that was cool. And
so
then,
you choose a song and then sort of mimic the sort of pentameter, is that the word of that song?
The cadence.
The cadence.
Not necessarily. In earlier days, it's a lot easier to take a song that already exists that has an available instrumental.
Okay.
And that has a structure laid out for me to kind of like learn how to do a song. Cause I'm like, I'm a lackety clackety open micer dude. So to be a drag queen rapping bad bitch is a bit of a stretch, but it's so fun. And so I've been playing more with using my own cadences and taking my own spin on a different song.
Yeah.
So for the It Girl number, I was like, Gigi IRL.
Yes.
And yeah, I'm in his well. She's on the It Girl pill. Yo, daddy gotten billed. Like that's the iconic It Girl one. So I had to do that one.
So it was so good. And literally like Tony Soto stood up and yelled at the room and was like, this girl is going to be famous.
Yeah.
Like that must have felt like incredible. Like on the biggest stage in West Hollywood. Like, and you were telling me you've won, or like you're having quite a week.
Oh, yeah. So I have never won anything in drag before.
Okay.
When I first started drag, I was in Chicago. First summer in drag, I did 11 drag competitions in a row, and I came in dead last every single time.
Wow.
And I was coming back with like new hair, new makeup, new looks, new numbers, new dance moves every single week, like reinventing myself and improving.
Yeah.
And it got to the point where I think about 5 weeks in, after I came in last again, the manager of the bar was like, hey, here's the third place prize of $25 in drinks because you did really good. I think the girls just don't like you.
Oh, no.
So I kept coming back, kept bombing. I was like, oh, we're doing Snatch Game this week. I'm a comedy girl. I got this.
Yes.
Still was in the bottom and did not move forward. Like,
damn.
There was one where I did really good. I like whipped my ponytail back and forth. And the girl, she used to run shows back in Chicago, but it's some tea. She got like excommunicated from the whole drag scene.
Oh, damn.
There was a whole petition. She literally, of the 15 girls competing, she named 14 girls. Like, okay, like everyone put your names in the buckets for like Rachel, Alyssa, skips me, Tiffany, like says everyone's name but me. And I'm like, excuse me, like you forgot to say my name. Hey, girl, you forgot to say my name. And she's just like, And like completely snubs me. And then I go back to finish college like, this sucks. I'm better at drag. And so then after that point, it was COVID. So I kept doing drag I started characterizing my drag. And that was where I did The Artist's Way. And that was...
I love The Artist's Way.
Sisters. Yeah. And one of the first lessons they teach is you should spare no expense for your art. Because if you want to be a fashion designer or an artist, but the easel is too expensive, I can't afford it, I shouldn't buy it. You're telling yourself implicitly you are never going to be a good artist and you don't deserve this. But if you find the money, which you know you do, sell something, get an extra shift or something, find the money, and don't just buy the sewing machine, buy the nice sewing machine. Get the professional one. Get the one that's going to make you excited to do the art and tell you that you are good enough. And I was like, I have always wanted a double stack wig and a breastplate.
Yeah.
So I used my money I had saved up for my summer jobs to buy a double stack wig from the gorgeous Camilla Fox and a breastplate from Aaliyah's Closet. I do not recommend.
But no. Oh, well, you just gave them PR. Okay, bad PR.
But no, they literally, like, this one is great, but the strap has long since fallen off. And I went to get another one and they sent me a red breastplate.
Oh gosh.
Like red Yana. And I was like, hey, can I have a refund?
So they hate you too. I'm sensing a theme here, Gigi.
I don't know what the other girls are jealous. But so yeah, basically I discovered Gigi DeBussy. Like I did my makeup one night. It was real late.
Yeah.
I put on the double stack wig. I put on the breastplate. And I looked at myself in the mirror and my reflection was like, now you listen to me, you whore. There are going to be a few changes around here. And I was like, Gigi DeBussy has been born. This is Gigi DeBussy. This is the comedy character.
Yes.
And I started like basically as like a bedroom queen, I guess. Like putting her together in secret. And I thought for the longest time, like no one would think she's funny. It's just this crazy, stupid idea I have that is the amalgamation of all of the queer references, all the nights watching Drag Race and reality TV baddies, all of the Disney villains we love, all the musicals I was told not to like, all the Lady Gaga and Nicki Minaj my older brother said were stupid, don't play that stuff.
Yeah.
All of that kind of coalesced into this character, Gigi DeBussy.
Okay.
And so I honed it for a few years and I was so scared the first time I went to the Comedy Store and now I have a show there.
I know. So I was about to say, so you've got a monthly show called Dragged Up that you host once a month. What does drag sort of add to the stand-up scene, or like what kind of like why do it in drag, or like how does it enhance it for you?
That is such a good question.
Yeah.
You did your research. You're so good.
I'm so good. I'm a real interviewer.
Basically everything. Like think about how funny Jinx Monsoon is.
Yes.
Think about how funny Bianca Del Rio is. Bob the drag queen. Think about the magic that they have in what they do. And think about the last time you sat down and watched a Bill Burr special. Think about the last time you heard a straight, white, bald male comedian say he called somebody the F slur in the street, but it was okay because there were no consequences. That's one of Bill Burr's jokes from his last Hulu special.
Oh, okay. I don't know him.
Exactly. He's considered one of like the godfathers of joke writing.
Gotcha. Okay.
Everybody wants to be just like Bill Burr at writing one-liners and shit. And I'm like, this guy's... I mean,
his time
we
has
have
passed.
beef.
We have beef. Okay.
Yeah. And so she's tacky and I hate it. No. And so, is that my camera? You listen to me, Bill Burr. I'm going to do a diss track about Bill Burr.
Yes, I think that should be on the next album.
Oh, yeah.
Well, and I was going to say also, because I feel like in Los Angeles, there's such a chasm between like, there's drag queens who do comedy, and then there are comedians who are doing drag, but the space in the middle is like really murky. I feel like people are expanding upon it. You mentioned a couple of them, Bob the drag queen, of course, and now you're doing that as well. Are you feeling like people are biting for it?
Absolutely, yeah. So I feel like the whole space of drag comedy, like the point of Dragged Up is to do what I have been doing on the best scale possible, the best stage possible, and to bring that into the comedy lexicon, you know, because when you go to a drag show, you are not going to see stand-up. It's very rare to see stand-up at a drag show. There's like comedy pageants and stuff, but I haven't been to one, which no shit, I would love to do one. It sounds super fun, but like there's a comedy pageant in like New York, I think. There's a comedy, like they'll do a run here and there.
Okay.
But to see somebody be like, okay, what we are doing today is drag comedy. We're
Mm-hmm.
taking the best stand-up and the best stand-up comedians LA has to offer and the best drag LA has to offer, and we're mixing them together in one big Drag Race comedy challenge.
Mm-hmm.
That
Mm-hmm.
is like the magic we're going for.
Yeah.
And we have found a small but mighty audience as we continue to grow.
Yes. Yes.
And it's really exciting getting to see all of the people come back week over week and see what Gigi and Shanita have cooked up.
Absolutely. Well, and I was going to talk about Shanita as well. So you do it with Shanita Blunt, your
Yes.
co-host. Talk to me about like finding that partnership and like what it was that about her that sort of like where you were like, sister.
Exactly.
Like when did you first like draw that connection, I guess?
The first time me and Shanita met, we were doing a Halloween show with Bibble. And I don't know if you know Whisper from
I don't know Whisper.
From Days of Yonder. She doesn't do much drag anymore.
Okay.
She would later end up allegedly stealing all of the money that the girls were supposed to be paid for or paid with. And then the next week when Bibble was like, don't pay her the bar, pay me so I can pay the girls, Whisper convinced them to pay her and did it again.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Girl, you were being so messy. I live.
I tried to snap and I stabbed myself in the thumb.
And you stabbed yourself.
Medic. But we were doing a show together and we were both sewing queens. We were both comedians and we both just vibed. We had a lot in common. And then we ended up, what's her name? Sasha Bell came to do the Real Drag Wives of LA during a drag con. And we were both in the group chat because we're both comedy queens. So we teamed up and we got to do basically like a pseudo Drag Race comedy challenge on a team together. And that was where we really bonded and we're like, okay, like we're sisters. So anytime I'm in DTLA at the Fashion District, like we always link up. And when I got, we've done a couple gigs here and there since. And when it came to like, okay, you're Gigi DeBussy and it's time to put on a show at the Comedy Store. Let's find the funniest drag queens there are in LA and like, let's get it. I was like, Shanita, ring, ring. Like, who do you want riding shotgun when you're robbing a bank? Obviously, like the baddest bitch in history. So yeah, Shanita Blunt is like, she is amazing. She is so funny.
Oh my God, she's incredible.
So good at sewing and design.
The outfits are like out of this world. Yeah. Like she wore something the other night that I saw and she was like, oh, this is like from years ago. And I was like, wow, well, you're just going to keep building and building. She's now, incredible. Of course, the other, elephant in the room, of course, is that we had a blackout during our first Real It Girls of West Hollywood show. I, of course, shaded Marta Bichu right before we headed over there about buying rain boots, and then the transformer blew because it was raining so hard. So we didn't get to the second part of our game, but I also opened the show with a journal entry from my first gay club ever because I was hosting at my first gay club that I ever went to when I was 18 years old. What was that like for you? Because I was coming from Georgia. I was a Christian camp counselor. You have two gay dads.
This is true.
Yeah. So what was it like hearing, first of all, that journal entry, and how does that compare to maybe your upbringing?
That's an amazing question. So growing up, it was great having gay dads, but it wasn't as easy as you might think because, my gay dads are there like at dinner and stuff. But when you're a student in middle school, when you're not like with your parents 24/7 because you're a teenager now, like they can't really do anything and stuff. And plus we came out within 3 years of each other. So me and my dad, because my mom and my dad were married and then they got a divorce when I was 5 because my dad was gay. And then he came out when I was 10 and I ended up realizing I was gay when I was 12. So the time difference, I guess 7 years, but he was still going through his own, like, all right, like I'm like the senators you were mentioning earlier, like I'm, 45. I have like a wife and kids. I did the white picket fence lifestyle, but I'm fully gay. Yeah. What are we going to do about this? And now I have a gay son. Like he helped me in every way he could, but he was also like, I don't know.
He was navigating it himself at the same time.
Exactly.
Wow. Oh, that's so crazy.
Yeah.
So you were like comparing notes, but like, of course, oh my gosh. That's so wild.
But so basically it was also like, so like getting bullied in middle school for being gay, not fun. Once I got to high school, it was much more chill. Yeah. And I definitely had like 2 straight older brothers who they were cool with me being gay, but they did not make being Elliot easy or being gay easy. I mean, yeah, definitely a lot of what I do as Gigi is what I was never able to do growing up. A lot of the femininity, a big part of the reason I rap and the reason I like love rap so much is because I think it is I think rap is like the epitome of art. Drag is the epitome of art, and like drag comedy rap is just like the triple helix of creative energy. And I think like what Azealia Banks and Nicki Minaj have done in their music, disclaimer.
In their music. I know.
The alarm goes off, the power goes out. Is really special and cool. And I love the Drag Race rap girlies too. So being able to express, like, the whole reason I do it is because I don't feel like I can express why I'm the it girl of WeHo or who Gigi is by lip syncing to Telephone or Heart to Break.
Right.
But I can write my story. I can create my own thing, and that shows people who I am.
Absolutely. And where did you learn to write and do comedy? Like, what's your background?
Second City.
Okay.
Yeah,
Chicago.
12,
Duh.
Yeah.
Like, so you went straight into it like post college, or were you doing it joint with college?
So I started comedy when I was 12. Because I'd been doing like plays and stuff, like as a gay kid, as a like doesn't know yet kid. And then but I wasn't very good at like memorizing lines, and it just wasn't the right fit. Like the drama scene.
Sure.
Like, wherefore art thou? Like, I'm bored. Like,
yeah.
But
no shade.
No shade. But so Shakespeare's spirit is like, I made your whole verse in iambic pentameter on accident, and this is how you repay me. No, but so I started doing Second City classes after I did Pride and Prejudice in middle school and hated it, and it stuck. It was like, oh, we can just riff and like improvise stuff. This is so fun. I'm so here. So and then I did that through high school, and I took stand-up classes and sketch classes, and then in college I was on 2 improv teams and founded a sketch team, and then I graduated college and was like, I want to be a comedian full-time. Let me move down to Los Angeles and do the damn thing. And I did.
Do the damn thing, and you did. I mean, and again, Tony Soto was so blown away by you. I was so blown away by you. Like, you really, truly, truly brought it. And, to any girls out there that are listening to this, you're such a great legacy for our first winner. So I only have a couple of episodes left of season 2. Sorry, we're in season 2. So if you want to be on this podcast, sign up for next month. I'm going to be announcing the judges soon. And I'm so excited for it. You had a good time in the show in general?
The show is like one of the best shows I've ever done in my career.
Oh my God.
It Girl of WeHo was so fun.
Stop. Okay, keep going.
And I'm not just saying that because I totally won by a lot.
I know, yeah.
Like, first of all, the premise is so fun.
Yeah.
Every girl, like, why do we not have more Why Are You the It Girl of WeHo shows,
Yeah.
Second of all, it was so fun to sink my teeth into that challenge.
Yeah.
To think about like, okay, what is an it girl? What is it like? Is it Britney Spears and Lindsay Lohan getting out of a cab in 2005?
Yes.
Is it like Amy Winehouse in her heyday? Is it Aaliyah's interlude? Is it the girls blowing up on TikTok?
Absolutely.
Is it the girls on Drag Race like during their runs? Like, what does it mean to be an it girl, and how is Gigi the it girl of WeHo?
Totally.
And where like. Not only what special things go into that, but what about the delusion? What about the dumbassery?
Oh my gosh, so much delusion. And that's what I loved about your number 2. Is it was so delusional, so campy. Like, I was just like living for it.
Thank you
so much.
One of my favorite parts that I like, it was one of the parts that got the most like kind of crumpled as I was making it, that I had to just like take a walk, have a glass of water, and then just like smack, like, when your wig isn't doing what you want it to do, and instead of brushing it, you just press it flat and the tangle is gone, and you're like, good. It was, but the delusional part is like, I want there to be this part where I'm running out of est rhymes. Like, well, let me get, I was like, oh, it's the it girl test? Well, let me get the money because I'm it girl blessed, with the titties popping up out on my it girl chest, and I got all the daddies like it girl obsessed.
Yes, and I lived for that run. I wrote that down actually because I was gonna read the lyrics, but I'm so happy you just performed it instead.
Thank you.
It was so good.
But so like I found there were a lot of rhymes that were really fun to play with, and they got less and less sensical, and but like that works because they get crazier and crazier. So I was like, okay, maybe Gigi is like, she thinks she's the it girl, and she's in like a skimpy dress, and she's outside the club waiting to get in, and like drag queens can always walk straight in, and we know this. Right. What if Gigi just gets stopped and there's just a security card like, you cannot come in here, and she's like, well, I should be being treated as an it girl guest.
Absolutely.
Like, I wanted somebody to be like, what are all those white flakes in your hair? That's my it girl zest. I'll have you know. Like, you know, I'm blacking out at the it girl fest.
Yeah,
like...
no, it was so good. Yeah. And so next month we're going to get to Act 2. Damn it. Like, we're gonna get to Act 2.
We'll make it.
Because that's what I think is gonna help take the piss out of the competition a little bit. And I also have a new element that I'm introducing as well that I'm super excited about.
Ooh, is it a secret?
It's a secret. I'm gonna announce it at the show.
Oh, that's good for competition. Keep the girls on their toes.
Yeah. No, and I think it'll help like help it turn it, because it's a one night, just once a month type of thing, that where there's a winner at the end of the night, which is the type of competition I need right now in this sort of economic times. Like, I can't do like
a 12-week
competition. I just don't have the money for it. But like a one night, and then I also have another game that I'm going to introduce that'll make it more of a longevity game as well.
Fierce.
Yeah, so I'm super excited.
Me too.
But so thank you for like truly bringing it for the show.
My pleasure. Drag is the most worth it when I get to fully give the Gigi fantasy. So thank you.
Absolutely. So now we're going to talk about our It Girls of the Week. So this is somebody who is trending worldwide that everybody is talking about. It doesn't have to be a girl. It can be a man. It could be just any sort of trending topic or sorry, are you ready?
You go first.
Well, no, we go on the count of 3.
We go on the count of 3. Okay,
and we try to match.
Give me a second.
Oh, you don't have yours?
No, I have one. I've been trying to decide between a couple.
Oh, yeah. I have that too. I have that a lot of times too. Mm-hmm. And it's okay, by the way, if we don't match. We don't have to match.
Okay.
Okay, how you feeling?
Hang on.
She's thinking. I'm just imagining like the SpongeBob zoom in where you go into the brain and there's like nothing there. Like people like the paperwork is flying everywhere.
Exactly. Okay, I'm ready.
You ready?
Yeah.
Okay. So 3, 2, 1. No
Bob
Kings protest. Oh, interesting. Bob the drag queen. So what's going on with Bob?
I think that she has just done a perfect job of staying like consistently badass. Mm-hmm. She's not necessarily like, obviously, like Sabrina Carpenter just hosted SNL. I could say her, meh, but like I could say Taylor Swift.
Yeah,
but I definitely won't.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I will say the It Girl is not always someone we love. Like sometimes it's just like everybody happens to be talking about Marjorie Taylor Greene, you know? And she is the It Girl, but that doesn't mean we endorse her. You know what I mean? It's just like who everybody is talking about. Like sometimes Kim Kardashian is the It Girl, but it's like, you know, we don't necessarily love. But tell me more about Bob.
Bob is just crushing it. She's really talented. She's famous, and
she's famous.
I'm jealous of her.
You're jealous of her.
I want to be her drag daughter. Gigi DeBussy, the drag queen.
Yes, okay, wake that up. Yeah, put that out into the atmosphere. Absolutely. Yeah, I feel like she's doing the street stuff now. I do think it's interesting that everybody's sort of shifting to the podcast space as well, because you had Zach Noe Towers on your show. Indeed. So I mean the connection is there. You're getting closer. Mm-hmm. You're getting closer.
One time I followed my boy account from somebody's phone because we were like meeting in the comedy scene, and they were like, "What's your Instagram?" And I was like, "I'll give you mine." And it was like, "Okay, great." Elliot Mack. Suggested other follows are Mateo Lane, Trixie Mattel, and Arad Winwin.
Hey, that means that's great. I could see that.
Oh, thank you.
I don't know that last name, by the way.
It's a porn star.
It's a porn star? What's his name?
Arad Winwin.
Rod Winwin. Arad?
Arad, yeah.
Arad Winwin. I love the overlap between porn stars and
me too.
And drag queens. It's
me
like
too.
There's such an alliance there.
Yeah, we're symbiotic.
It was so funny though. So I went to a party this past weekend called Scary Bradshaw, which is why I'm dressed as I'm dressed today.
Perfect.
Because I was like, I'm just gonna wear the same exact outfit. So I'm dressed kind of as like Carrie Bradshaw.
You're getting economies of scale from your outfit.
And there was a prominent porn star there as well in drag, and he was miserable. And I was like, what's wrong? And he was like, I'm just such an ugly woman. And I was like,
that's funny.
He was like, I'm just not used to not getting attention, is what he said. And I was like, oh, so now you know what it's like to be like the rest of us. And he was like, I know, I hate it. And I was like, okay, well, you didn't have to say I know. Like that was really shady.
No, definitely. I've had some of the most fun nights of my life when I'm out in drag, and I'm just like, who should I talk to? Ooh, a porn star. Hey, girl. And they're like, ooh, you're so pretty. Like, let's go to hang out in VIP. And it's just like, we'll like bond and stuff just over like there was a queen named Misty Eyes, Fort Lauderdale girl. She's been around since like the 90s, and she's like a very old school queen. But I used to watch her YouTube channel back when I was like a gay middle schooler with no like queer icons to look up to. This is like 2008, like 2009, before I knew about RuPaul. And she had this YouTube show and she would just talk about like real queer life. And one of the videos she did was about how gay porn stars and drag queens are just natural symbionts because they're both considered stars, but they both get there by way of othering and by way of alienation.
Yeah.
So even if they have all of these moments in the limelight, they can still feel very isolated. And so they naturally kind of get each other right off the bat.
Yeah.
And I found that to be really true in my experience. Do you ever see that?
Oh, absolutely. And I mean, especially like when you're hanging out at like the clubs and stuff too, like I feel like it's just sort of a natural. I mean, I also feel like with drag, like it's interesting how people sort of who normally would see me as a sexual competitor are suddenly just like they instantly like trust me.
Because I'm such a gorgeous twink, of course.
Yeah, because I'm so beautiful out of drag. This voice is so contagious, by the way. It's like,
I love it. I've noticed more and more friends start to do like their own Gigi voice.
Yeah.
Like my dream is because like I fully believe like if we're gonna get Gigi lore-y,
yeah,
I fully believe that like Gigi DeBussy is like an energy and a spirit that has existed long since before I was alive.
Yeah.
And the powers that be were like, okay, who down on earth has the comedy chops, the drive, and like the need to take this spirit and like bring it to life?
Yeah.
Who can we absolutely hurdle this fucking crazy bitch out of the cosmos and into their head, and they're gonna do it justice? Honestly, Elliot Mack just lost 11 drag competitions. Let's throw him a bone.
Let's throw him a bone. Let's give it to him. Well, and that's in the artist way as well, isn't it? Of like, or there's some artistic theory where ideas are sort of like lightning in a bottle.
Yeah.
Where like they're just sort of like in the ether and then like they pop into your brain and either you're able to get it out or it jumps to the next body.
Exactly.
So maybe like that's kind of what you're saying, right?
Okay, so that's brilliant. Yeah, basically it was while I was reading The Artist's Way too. So I was like, magic.
Right.
But like, yeah, it was very much the idea that I took from it was that we as human beings, we are made out of, like carbon atoms. We're all made out of stardust. The earth was once like a swirling nebula of dust along with the sun and along with the atoms that would become our bodies.
Yeah.
And the fact that we are alive, let alone have consciousness, let alone have creativity by way of electrical impulses, it's crazy. It's the universe like examining itself. So when you get a creative idea that is just like pure universal energy coming into your body and you have to give it justice by like bringing it to life.
Yeah.
And it's just a really special thing.
Absolutely.
And so yeah.
You have no choice. You have no choice. That's kind of how I feel about a lot of my stuff. And sometimes I have ideas that fall apart.
Yeah.
Like I have ideas where I'm like, oh, I guess that just wasn't meant to be. Or it's like too risky of an idea. Sometimes I have too risky of ideas. And then I'm like, okay, well, that just wasn't meant to like come into fruition.
Totally. Yeah. Like, yeah.
Well, I said the No Kings protest from this weekend. I feel like everybody's talking about it. It was such a success. The 7 million that marched across the country. I'm always sort of like skeptical about the protest because I do think that there is some validity to the criticism that they can be performative. But I felt so like inspired, like just seeing so many people out there like doing the damn thing.
Me too.
And like, I think even though there wasn't like maybe specific action points for the march, I definitely feel less alone in sort of the times that we're in. And like, I'm hoping I can sort of take that energy into like yelling at ICE agents and, like really like feeling sort of confident in maybe some of those like situations where
exactly
we have no idea what's coming.
Exactly. I was very glad to see it go down without a hitch, honestly. I'm glad it was like safe. I'm glad we still have a right to protest. And I would like to see it stay that way.
Yeah. Well, and it's also so weird because like I see a lot of it on social media and I feel like it was like a blip on the mainstream media. Like I don't feel like
it wasn't very calamitous,
Yeah, they talked about it, but it wasn't like, I don't know, they just kind of were like, yay, successful turnout. And then they moved on to the next story, which I also think is sort of what's so problematic about like how do we handle the Trump thing with the media, because it seems that controversy just dominates the airwaves.
It really does. It's kind of been like that for a while.
Mm-hmm.
There's so many people, like, it's crazy to see. This is like a PR strategy used by, reality TV people. It's on YouTube. The like, oh, well, Foxy Bear 22 is canceled, you guys, because in their video, they didn't do this. So now all of my followers should dox this person. And then another creator gets on and like is like, whoa, they just did something that wasn't politically correct. And boom, everybody made $22,000 in a day. Like,
oh, and it's fake.
It's
not
all
real.
fake. It's the same reason we see like the phrase like, oh, look at her causing drama just to stay relevant and stuff. It's very much, I think it's something that we're seeing. When attention is drawn anywhere, there's immediately a value to it by way of like marketing and advertising.
Yes.
And by way of also like influence over culture and society.
Mm-hmm.
And so when this concept, I think, is being used more and more as we see, what was it again? Oh, yeah, a reality host run for president.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I know. I do think it was like so insane that like, oh, what's going on here?
Nothing. Keep going. I'm just going to put my thumbnail back on.
Oh, yeah.
You didn't see anything.
You didn't see anything. Yeah, I did think it was so crazy that like it's then you're just falling apart.
Look, there's a lot of wind in this
I know. It's all
studio.
hot glue. It's all stuck together. But yeah, I did think the then posting the video of the AI video
so
of dumping
nuts.
Poop all over people is like, I just wonder, I am constantly wondering when the break is gonna be for people. And honestly, I mean, not to go too conspiracy theory with everything, but I'm like, the protests also for me were like, I was like, how did he win if not by Elon?
I think he cheated.
Yeah.
I think he totally rigged the entire system.
And I think kind of like what he does is he does this thing where he accuses the other side of doing something and then
the narcissist playbook.
Yeah.
Clock it.
And then does it.
Yeah.
So that when we then make the same accusation, it looks like, oh, well, now you believe in rigged elections. Like after like saying the other one wasn't rigged, it's like, it's so like, I don't want to say genius, but it's so like.
It plays with a certain amount of human emotions and logic in a way that I think some people are more susceptible to than others. And when you only need 51% of the vote, and when, emerging technologies are making it easier and easier to create echo chambers and informational bubbles, we're at a real tipping point where it's real easy for somebody to use the narcissist playbook in the way that he has. And that terrifies me.
Yeah, I know. And I don't know how to necessarily fight it either. Other than start a podcast.
I'm like, I have ideas on how to fight it, but then your podcast will get taken off the air.
Oh, really? Really? That bad, huh?
No, I mean, like, resist. Bag of sugar in a tailpipe.
Okay.
I don't know. Girl, we gotta chill with the jokes about, blowing up dams as a bit.
Yeah.
Because for me it's very Acme, but it's also like Eat the Rich, It's very like, hey, what if everybody had enough resources to survive?
Yes.
It's what if 0.01% of the world's wealth was not hoarded, or 0.1% of the world's population was not hoarding 70% of the world's wealth.
Exactly.
What if we did something about that?
Yeah.
Maybe that would be super chill, but
and I have to hope that like people are waking up to the fact. Like I feel like I've seen some Democrats appear on podcasts and getting chewed the fuck up by podcast hosts who are being like, these are non-answers. Like, I don't like this is all a lot of rhetoric, and we need like concrete answers to some of these things. Well, let's hope we figure it out.
I agree.
Yeah,
we got this. We'll run for president.
The
DeBussy Shields
ticket. I love it. So now we're gonna get to our niche girls of the week. So you're so excited for this. Okay, so these are girls that are trending specifically in our timelines, or in the queer community's timeline that might not necessarily be trending everywhere.
Yeah.
For me this week, it was unfortunately Mr. Federline,
who is
who is releasing a memoir conveniently when his youngest son has turned 19 years old. We are all well aware, sir, of what you are doing. We know you are out of money, and you think that your life is interesting enough to write a book about your ex-wife who you've been leeching off of for the past 18 years. So that has been all over my feed. And as a defender of Britney, I feel it's my obligation to like speak on that and to say like, if you are truly concerned about her and if she is having any sort of mental health scare or anything like that, going on a book press release is not the way. Handle it privately with the family and with people who are trusted. This is a woman who had her text messages monitored for 13 years. She had a microphone in her bedroom for 13 years. She had an IUD forced upon her that she had to wear for 13 years so she couldn't have any more children. She was put under lithium against her will, and she never got justice for any of this. A lot of people got off the hook scot-free, and that in itself is not right. And if anything, you are only bringing more attention to that, and we need to wake that part of the conversation up instead of any of these crazy salacious stories that you have from who knows how many years ago, and who knows what kind of duress or stress she was under during those times. It's such a low blow. Your life is completely uninteresting. Nobody wants to read about it.
You're tacky and we hate you. And you're busted, and you were busted in the 2000s.
Exactly.
And you're busted now.
And you so desperately want to be an it girl, and you never will be an it girl. You will always live in the shadow. And I'm so sorry about that, but that is the life you chose. You left a pregnant woman to be with this woman. So you already from the get-go were a trashy person. We did not like you. Scumbag. So like, yeah, I mean, yeah, that's all I have to say about him. But yeah, he's been all over my timeline. And also I will say they just released Scary, which was a single that was specifically on the Japan version of Femme Fatale. So they've now released Scary, and they keep releasing hidden singles, remixes, all of this stuff. It does not seem to be under Britney's direction. It seems that somebody needs to make more money, and so they find little like
ways
singles
to monetize her fans and the work that she did.
Exactly. I still have questions about who is receiving what money, and I think that she is allowed to live her life the way that she wants it. If she wants to dance around her living room with dog shit behind her, let her do it. I do the same thing.
We all do the same thing.
We all do the same thing.
These are normal human behaviors. Sometimes dogs poop and sometimes people dance.
Exactly.
Give her kids and give her revenge for what happened, honestly.
Exactly. And I think like there is such an incentive to paint her as crazy by a lot of people. And I think everyone, the public, just needs to keep that in mind as stories come out about her.
It's so not her fault.
Yeah.
She is a good girl who did a lot for our communities.
Absolutely.
Who's been treated very poorly by some mean men.
And she wants to be out of the spotlight. Yeah. And I also say this about naming myself Britney Shields, is that if you want to talk about Britney, you can talk about me instead of her.
That's honestly really cute.
Like, I mean, my name is like multi-layered. Like, first of all, I'm a defender of Britney, and then I also want to be a shield for her. Like,
that's so cute.
You know what I mean? Like, hopefully, like, I don't know. You know what I mean?
I know exactly what you mean. No, that made sense.
Yeah. And then also like back to the artist way, like it's so much easier. She's also a shield for me because I give Britney so much permission to be messy. But for myself, I'm like such a perfectionist that sometimes it keeps me from doing art. But like as Britney, it's like I'm a little more free.
Mood down. And speaking of the artist way and permission to be messy, what I was getting at is that like one of the places I toyed with it. I would love to see this happen like when I go on Drag Race, but to see everybody find their inner Gigi, because Gigi is such a source of strength for me and such a source of joy.
Yeah.
And such a source of in the face of the impossible.
Yeah.
That I think a lot of people would have a lot of fun being able to find, like when people do that silly voice, it is your instant way to be funnier, you know?
Exactly.
It's your instant way. Like, who cheers me up when I'm alone and down and sad in the pandemic? Gigi DeBussy.
Gigi DeBussy.
You know?
You know what I was going to say about the voice too?
What?
It's very Mrs. Doubtfire.
Thank you. It's literally supposed to be all of those characters.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be Jinx Monsoon. It's supposed in order of like relevancy, it's supposed to be Marilyn Monroe.
Okay, yes.
If I really try like this.
Yes,
like,
yes.
This is proper Gigi voice.
Uh-huh.
But then there's of course just Elliot like pissed off about something and he goes,
Yeah.
And like, so like there's layers to it. It depends on how much focus I put into the bit. But there's Marilyn Monroe elements. I'm blanking, honestly. Honestly, it's his own thing too.
Yeah.
But thank you. Like, any Mrs. Doubtfire is great.
She is a good one. Now, do you have your niche girl? Anybody who's like trending specifically for you?
Yes, niche girl in drag would be the quartet of Kori King, Plain Jane, Mistress Isabelle Brooks, and Lydia B. Collins.
Oh, Mistress Isabelle. She's in there too.
Basically, because they're the girls that have been using YouTube since their Drag Race runs and have been putting out content every week, doing podcasts every week, and doing some crazy wacky thing to have the longevity we have not seen queens from seasons or with their track records or what have you do possibly ever. Other than the main, like, the Alaskas, the Willems, the Bobs, the major power players. We've not seen queens be like, you know what, like, hey, I was on a show, let me just do my thing because I have a thing and have fun with it. And Kori King has been having most fun.
Kori King has been, I feel like, out of like a lot of the girls, it's like that is how you do it. Drag Race is a vehicle to wherever you want to go. Like,
exactly.
Like there's one girl that's gonna win, but what do you do with the attention you have while you have it?
You've got to do something with it. It's special.
And isn't she? See, I thought you were going to talk about her, Susie Toot, and who's the third one again? Lydia B. Collins. They're doing like a Powerpuff thing. I thought I saw.
Oh yeah, I forget about that. I'm sure that's also like well and good.
Yeah.
But part of it is also like Mistress Isabelle Brooks. Like I was saying before, the like, well, I disagree with what this person did this week. Like Mistress, for better or for worse.
Is that her premise? Like she just finds something to be like contrarian about?
Pretty much. She just wants to like stir the pot because that's Mistress Isabelle Brooks. She's Ursula in a wig.
Yes.
And for me, I'm like, she has a little job. Like it's good to see a drag queen making drag content, and anything that's funny, I'm here for and stuff. So I'm really proud of like that quartet of Drag Race girls for not just limiting themselves to what happens the day the show was filmed and calling it quits and making an Instagram post 6 months later, but to be like, hey, I am a star and I've been a star and I will continue to be a star and I'm going to put in the work week over week to make it happen. That is it girl behavior to me.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, and Trixie sort of did something similar. Like, she lost the first time and then, like,
came back and won,
but like
spoilers.
Oh, sorry. If you go back and watch. But yeah, I mean, you really do have to sort of capitalize on any attention that you get and like sort of mobilize on it.
Exactly. Trixie's worth like what, $4 million, $10 million? Like she's taking a break. She's like, girl, I can do whatever I want.
Like even the break that she took was not that long. Totally. I mean, compared to what a lot of girls do, like where they just disappear and you sort of never hear from them again. Yeah. Well, one of my other niche girls that I had was Pokemon ZA came out, and a bunch of
that's a good one.
A bunch of the Mega Evolutions.
The Cunty Squid.
Yes, and everybody's living for Mega Starmie.
The Patrick Star Boots cosplays. Yes, I'm glad to see it.
So gaggy and so good. I mean, like, it's so, some of them are just like so camp that like I can't tell if I hate this or if I love this.
Oh, absolutely.
You know what I mean? Like,
I know exactly what you mean.
It's like right on that line of like, this is horrible, but in a way that I kind of love. you know
I know exactly what you mean. Yeah, honestly, like a lot of the new age Pokemon stuff can be ridiculous at times, but one of my favorite Pokemon ever is Garbodor and Trubbish.
Yes,
the
trash,
the little trash that's so cute that obviously just wants to be loved. I love the little trash.
You relate to that?
Yes, the little trash. I keep a little trash in my house at all times.
Yes, your little Garbodor. Yeah. Did you play Pokemon growing up?
Yeah, that was like one of the things me and my brothers bonded over was Pokemon. Yeah. Growing up. So yeah, I loved Pokemon like all through like the summer of 2007. Like
really
the year.
What was that? What version was that?
Interestingly enough, that was the year Diamond and Pearl came out.
Okay.
It was when Fire Red, Leaf Green, and Ruby and Sapphire were still hot and still riding the It Girl wave.
Yeah.
So that was the operative part, you know.
Sure.
That was when the GameCube was big, but the Wii Sports was still coming out. Like it was but it was also before smartphones. So there was still playing outside. There was still cops and robbers. Like. Yeah.
Yeah.
Big nostalgia hit.
I love that so much. Okay, so now we're going to get to our It Girls Who Got Away.
I'm quite ready.
This is where we have 1 minute to pitch our It Girl Who Got Away.
Yes.
And to chastise culture for letting this person down.
Period.
Would you like to go first?
I want to hear you go first, even though I'm ready.
Okay, great. Okay, so I'm going to hand you my
right.
phone. Let me see. Here we go. Timer. Okay, so I'm gonna have 1 minute on the clock. Oh my gosh. I'm like, I know who mine is, but I'm also like, am I ready for this 1 minute pitch? Okay.
All right. The It Girl Who Got Away in 3, 2, 1, go.
My It Girl Who Got Away is Joanne the Scammer.
Yep.
She was a comedian back in the day, pre-TikTok again, that was just like cosplaying as a Caucasian woman who was like so hysterical and was always like scamming her way into different situations. She hosted the 2016 MTV awards, or she was huge. It was huge. It was like the height of, it was like the most we ever gave her. I think that if she were to come back, we need to give her like the full overcompensating treatment where we give this character a full Amazon run of a show, because she would just be like, what are you doing in my Caucasian home? And honestly, truly, and just seeing somebody who was so crunchy chastise you and judge you was seriously like the most hysterical thing ever. At It Girl behavior, absolutely. And I just loved her so much and need her back.
Woo! That was such a good answer, and you're so right. Literally, some of the hardest laughs I've ever had in my life are because of like seeing Joanne the Scammer like open a sliding door, run in a stolen fur coat, and jump a fence.
Yes,
poorly.
It was so good. I mean, she was just like, she was pure camp.
Where is she?
Where is she? Where is she? Like, bring her back. And like, seriously, like, I like diving into it. I think Brendan Miller is his name out of drag. I was like, where is this person? Where have they gone? The last video they did as Joanne the Scammer was in 2024. So it hasn't been that long, but we miss you. We want you back. Like, the culture wants you back. We love you.
And Mom, if you're hearing this, I forgive you for leaving all those years.
Yeah. Oh. I also love, like, I love crunchy drag so much. I also feel like drag has become so polished that it's almost unrelatable and unattainable. You know, you're like, oh fuck, you're so polished.
I can't believe you're coming for polished girls right now who consistently wear 10 nails at a time.
Yeah, consistently at all times.
No, yeah, I know exactly what you mean, because there's obviously there's crunchy drag, there's the down home drag, there's whipped together drag, there's polished and poised drag, and then there's what we're seeing now where it's like, how many thousands of dollars did you spend on work? And how long will it last? Good heavens, you look good, but like the bar is like in the clouds.
You mean like physical, like surgery?
However you want to interpret like what the girls are doing to make the cheeks pop, the stuff get snatched. Crazy. It's such a high bar. I know what you mean. Yeah,
that is so crazy. It's also crazy because I went again at this drag party. There was somebody who like had their makeup professionally done, and they were fully like, if I went on Drag Race, I would win. I was like, because I can dance, I can act, I can sing. I was like, okay.
And you didn't do your own makeup?
But you didn't do your own makeup.
Girl, that's literally like illegal. You need to do your own makeup.
It was like, my friend was literally like, well, you've got the delusion. Like, it was.
That's a WeHo moment right there.
It was so funny. Okay.
That's nuts.
Are you ready for your It Girl?
Yes, and I also want to share, while we're talking about Gigi references, they come out of everywhere, but Joanne the Scammer is absolutely a big part of what you saw in the It Girl number was at least 7.5% Joanne the Scammer.
Oh, absolutely. Because she's like trying to scam her way into the club.
Exactly.
Yeah, Britney Shields is also a little bit Kathy Griffin from My Life is the D-List. Like or Valerie Cherish, like from The Comeback. Like, I'm always like having my comeback. Like, I'm always like trying to like make it into those gates, you know, which I think it's so smart because it's a very relatable angle, you know, to go like of like trying to get on the list or in the club. All right, Gigi, are you ready?
I'm super ready. Yeah.
Okay. Your It Girl Who Got Away starts now.
Marie Antoinette, Because Marie Antoinette, though I don't agree with her politics, she is a fashion icon. She's super fierce, and she has inspired some of the best fashion moments and drag outfits ever made.
Yeah.
And Michelle Visage personally guillotined her.
Yes.
Like she's a drag queen who can tell us what to do. Because respectfully, I love Michelle Visage. I live for her. I think she's so funny, and I want to like vibe with her on Drag Race. I want to volley. So much love, but
30 seconds.
She can judge our drag. She cannot tell us what to do. Is an opinion I have, and I think exactly. But so I think that Marie Antoinette has inspired some of the best drag looks ever, and Michelle Visage like went on a vacation to France and is trying to vibe with all of the French peasants and is like, oh yes, Marie Antoinette is an asshole. She's fuck her, you guys, and is like no girl, let like her have been. Here's my thing. Michelle Visage simultaneously is kind of like the Marie Antoinette of drag because she's not actually French. We just dress her up like she's French.
And that's time.
And that's time.
And that's time. Yes. Wake it up for Marie Antoinette. I know people are very divided about that opinion from Michelle Visage. So you're actively campaigning, which is so funny because I don't think I've ever seen you do a Marie Antoinette. Have you done it?
I have done it.
You're like, it's my most iconic look, and I do it every month at the Dragged Up Comedy Store.
No, but so what's funny is that I submitted my audition tape last year, and my snatch game was Marie Antoinette, and I did that before Michelle Visage was like, stop doing Marie Antoinette. So I was like, well, we'll just take the L on that one, I guess.
Yeah.
But I'm like, you know what? I can agree with, okay, sometimes Marie Antoinette is done poorly. It has been done a lot. I see her point, and I can agree with her sentiment. However, I don't think that the ceiling has been hit. I don't think that
you think there's more to go.
Because what I did for my snatch game is I studied her history, and I studied what her journey was like, and I studied the parts of myself that were similar to her, and I think I came up with some pretty decent comedy. So I'm like, I think we should not illegalize 3 separate times Marie Antoinette.
Yeah.
I think we should be allowed to like, okay, it's been done a lot, like maybe let's not also do kimonos for Madonna too.
Right.
But we shouldn't outlaw kimonos.
Right. I know. And did you see the thing with Sabrina Carpenter?
What happened? No. Was this last night?
This was last night. She was on SNL. She did sort of like a karate thing, and Rina Sawayama said that like something about the shoes. I didn't read the full story, so I'm talking out of side right now, or out of mouth, or whatever that expression is. But like the shoes were not culturally correct, and so Rina was like, if you're gonna reference, like do the full reference.
Okay.
Yeah. Fair.
I
think it's fair. Hopefully Sabrina can take the note and incorporate it for the next one. But yeah, Marie Antoinette. So where can we find you, like on the social media, like out on the streets? Obviously, because you won It Girl, the real It Girl of West Hollywood, you're going to be appearing on Tony Soto's podcast.
So
you're
excited.
Also going to be co-hosting Free Clinic with Antibiotics at Maddie's, formerly known as Rocco's. And then also, did you get your Trixie Mattel palette from Sweet Tea yet?
Not yet.
Not
but
yet,
I'm sure
but
it's
you
in
will.
the mail.
Yes. We'll
you can catch me every month at the Comedy Store at Dragged Up. It is the best comedy show in Los Angeles. And I'm not just saying that for the search engine optimization. You can catch me at Dragged Up at the Comedy Store. You can catch me on Roast Battle when I pop in every once in a while.
Oh, cool.
Sometimes I'm judging Comic Wars too, which is super fun.
Well, thank you so much for coming on the podcast.
Thank you, Britney.
Yeah.
I had the best time. This is what you were doing with drag is so exciting. And I'm so glad we can do It Girl stuff in WeHo. Like, this is the most WeHo-ish ever, and I'm here for it.
I live. Yeah, I'm hoping next month we get to do the full show. I'm going to be announcing the judges later this week. So, slide into my DMs and let me know because, like I said, there have been so many people who have asked to come on, and like, just having a competition makes it so much easier for me to bring people in and be like, hey, like jump into this. And I think I really want it to become like a community thing.
It already is. You create such a good community.
Oh, thank
you. The fact that you brought the cast of a drag show over to your house for a game night prior to the show, like those are all my friends now.
Yeah.
That was so fun. Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that was so fun.
Yeah, no, I really want to like keep doing stuff like that. And like, I think even with the judges like offering their own like thing to the It Girl, I think that creates sort of like a back and forth. And like now you're gonna have a relationship with them as well. And like that's sort of what I like hope to like expand upon, especially like as I've mentioned, the tough times that we could be entering. Although I feel optimistic after this whole past weekend. So.
I feel optimistic after seeing photos of his hand.
Yeah. More photos of his hand.
Yes.
More photos
She's
of his
the it girl of the week, Donald Trump's hand.
She's the it girl of the week. So let us know in the comments. Is there anyone that we missed? Anyone from the conversation? Just leave that in the comment section, I guess, or whatever. Make sure to like and subscribe. Fuck, I always forget to put that in at the top, but do it now. And yeah, let us know who we missed, because as we all know, when you're an it girl, conversation is currency. We'll see you next week.
Thank you. Bye. Nice to meet all of you. Have a good commute. We did it. Thank you, Britney.